and that was CD.
It's a random people across the world just sort of tuning in, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, well, it's mainly my friends. So a few of my friends are watching.
Gotcha. Maybe a little test audience there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So has this been your concept and idea for quite some time?
Yeah, we've been working on this for a bit, since January.
Gotcha. Were you working for somebody else before this, or? You can see what I'm doing, right?
Yeah, you can see it there yourself. So.
How much does a little camera cost?
This one costs $70.
Oh, that's okay. I'll probably buy it too. And it's not much of an investment for capital investment at all, so probably end up buying them. It's not that bad. Is it a good quality one? Or?
Yeah, this one is pretty good. This one should be pretty good.
Probably maybe 2 or something. We want to prop this also mask up a little bit. So prop it up a little bit so you can see the better what I'm doing. It's not a very difficult thing to do though.
Okay, so let's say about 2 or 3 minutes. We'll just do a quick introduction, and I'll see you in the floor. You go for it. So whatever you want to do.
Sure. Just sort of tell me when I start talking because I don't have good time. I don't have a good concept of time. I just get lost in my work sometimes. You should take up some art too, man. It's real relaxing.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly was never good at it. I was never really good at painting. Or, when I was a kid, we used to do these painting classes.
Mm-hmm.
And I still remember, like there was one class. This girl did this really cool landscape painting. And it was lots of grass and trees and whatever. So I was like, oh hey, I'll copy that. And I remember we were using marker to paint, right? I remember just spending all of my time the next class trying to cover 60% of the paper with grass. So I was making the individual strokes of grass. And I was so I don't think I ever finished that one because it took me too long.
Oh, that's why I'm an old man. I'm 53, but I don't have any health problems at all.
Mm-hmm.
The only health problems I got is I have a little bit of a cataract in my left eye. I don't have high blood pressure. I have nothing wrong with me. Part of the reason is I'm pretty sure is that I do stuff like this. I'm an artist,
Yeah.
But I don't have any tension or I don't have any anger or anything else. At the end of the day, this just sort of just calms me down. Do my cooking, I do my artwork, talk to guys like you, get real calm, say hey. All's right with the world.
That's great.
I don't get any complaints. I really don't. Got a nice wife. Got a nice place to live. This house is sort of tucked in there. It's sort of hard to find it. That's why we're living here. We're just sort of away,
Mm-hmm.
It's even sort of hard to find.
Okay. Let's get started.
Right now?
Yeah. Let's here. Let me see if I can get myself in the shot here.
Hi there.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Diego Marcial Rios, or I'm going to say my name in the correct fashion. My name is Diego Marcial Rios. I'm a artist, and I produce a number of different types of work. I do woodcuts, paintings, drawings, and I'm particularly well known for, guess what? Masks. Hi, guys. I'm one of the few living guys, at least in the United States, that has studied and produces masks in the Mexican tradition. I mean, the old Mexican tradition from the 1500s and that sort of stuff. I teach how to do this, and I also obviously produce masks myself. They're made out of paper, believe it or not. A lot of people think my work is made out of they think this stuff is made out of ceramics or something like that. It's not ceramics. It's completely 100% paper, and it's recycled on top of that. So, that it's a sort of a very, very old technique of paper mache. It's called paper mache, and that's what I'm making masks with. This mask is fairly progressing it fairly far. The form is already created here, and I'm merely doing the painting or detailing. I can show you really quick. Painting and detailing around the mask, and that's sort of the mask form. I'm using sort of a small brush. I'm using acrylic paints and that sort of stuff. Well, this is where it is right now. Initially, when I first started doing this mask, it looked pretty much like this. Like this. It was just pretty much a paper mache form that I formed out of just paper mache. And I've progressed that, placed one coat of paint on top of it, and I'm doing more of the detailing right now. So having a sort of good time. Everybody here has a job. I mean, hey, I can't complain. I'm always in good spirits and a good mood. This particular piece is, the theme of this particular piece is El Diablo. El Diablo means, well, it's in Spanish, means the devil. This particular piece was inspired by sort of demonic, or sort of not quite demonic, almost like trickster-esque sort of the themes. Every society, in particular Hispanic society, even Native American society, have sort of a trickster that exists in their mythology. That's what this particular mask pertains to. It is the face of a trickster, and is again made completely out of 100% paper mache. So what I'm doing right now is I'm adding some color to it. I'm adding some red dots to it, and I'll sort of do that, progress throughout the entire surface of this painting and do that. And in the end, I'll embellish it with lots of different things. I want to place horns on this thing. I want to place feathers on this thing. Or I may be doing some more embellishments and placing some metal and some other things on top of that sort of stuff. If you want to actually look at my work to see complete pieces, go to www.diegomarcialrios.com or just Google my name and you'll get like 100 hits on there or something like that. I've been an artist for a long time. It's like 30 years, something like that. Believe it or not, I started my art career at age 11. And I started professionally, or people started professionally hiring me to do book covers and that sort of stuff at age 11. I'm now 53 years old, so you can imagine my resume is like, it's almost funny. It's like 10, 15 pages long, and that's with small print. We're talking about like 0.10 or something like that. So generally when people get my resume, they don't sort of read it, they just sort of weigh it. You know, this is sort of a heavy thing. This guy's sort of heavy, so we better hire him for our job. No, just kidding. Anyway, getting back to the mask, I'm going to get back to this page. I chose red for this particular cause overpainting, the old metallic color, the sort of red paint. At the end, it's going to be slightly decorative, which is fine. Sometimes I don't like my work to be too decorative, but this particular piece, again, it's called the Trickster or the Diablo, devil, which this one isn't a particularly nasty devil. It's more of a sort of a trickster-esque sort of a being that I'm depicting in this particular mask. There we go, painting 101. Yeah, I sort of like this color of red. I'm gonna use a lot of other different colors, but this particular color of red is sort of nice, sort of pleasant. Gives me sort of a nice starting place with this sort of painting. It's a beautiful day here in Newark. Newark's a nice place to live. Nice and quiet. I do my artwork, take care of my cats, and grow old with my wife. Okay, what more can a guy ask for, right? Hey, I'm a simple sort of guy. Diablo. It's not the Joker from Batman or anything like that. We're talking about from more Native American mythology and that sort of stuff. When people hear the Joker, they often think of da 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 Batman. No, this isn't that Joker at all. No, 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 no. Talking more from Native American mythology, that sort of stuff. So there's always a Joker or a trickster who sort of plays tricks on people. Not necessarily the most menacing and vicious of tricks, but just sort of tricks in misplacing things, taking things away when you're not looking, or just sort of getting into general mischief. That's sort of the theme of this particular mask. You can sort of tell by the sort of mischievous look in its face, or look at that. You see that little gleam on its face? That's sort of the theme of this particular piece. It's not particularly mean or anything like that. It's not a mean trickster. Maybe I'll do another mask and the mask will go in here. Not this. Okay, that's one color of red. I can add now. Now time for another shade of red, I think. I'm just going to change the color a little bit. Hopefully you can see it. I'm doing it. This is acrylic, so I'm using acrylic-based paint. And I have to wash out my brush every now and then, keep the paint from drying on my brush. I have sort of my palette here. You see that palette? That's where I mix my colors and that sort of stuff. Often I use just plastic, those are containers for coffee or whatever. I used to use those to mix my paint. A lot of people use plates, all sorts of different stuff. These seem to, they're really expensive, and I can throw them out whenever I get tired of them or what, they get used up or whatever. So I'm going to change my color of red here. Another color. How about this color? Let me shake this up here. What color is this? American Neon Fiery Red. Let's give this a shot. Maybe in some places it would be pretty good. Do that here. A little bit. Can you see that on the camera? It drips on there just a little bit. Just a little bit of paint. And we get going with this particular color. Okay, here it goes. Mixing up very slowly with my brush. Taking my time a little bit. I'm in a good mood like usual. Sometimes that bothers people a little bit. Asked my boss one time. You know, I'm always sort of in this bubbly sort of mood. It's sort of bothering. She goes, nah. I always know when I touch the boss. My boss tells me I always know when I talk to you. I always walk away with a good feeling because yeah, I know I'm sort of happy about this sort of guy. Can't let life get you down too much. That's not good. Sometimes people do that and they get into some problems. I don't. On this sort of cheek area. This fiery red is sort of fun. Really, you can see that. No, I just want to show that a little bit of that. I'm going to show a little bit of that on the camera. That's what it says. This is sort of the cheek area right in here. Oh, there we go. So the cheek area right in here, I'm trying to use this sort of a Day-Glo red. This area right in here. It's very theatrical and I think it's fun. And again, this is the trickster piece, so it should be a little bit fun. Not necessarily the most demonic. So I got a little bit of red on myself by accident. That's not a big deal. So get off and go in here. Change that area there. Try to work on the other side now. Just a little bit. I think you don't see that. Very relaxing doing artwork. Just sort of fall into your artwork, and I'm sure that's why my blood pressure is so low and all that sort of stuff. Not that I'm dead, I'm not dead, by the way. Not dead zombie, you know, like that. But my blood pressure is like really low. My boss asked about my health sometimes. I said, you know what, I'm gonna be around a long time. My doctor notices. I think a lot of that has to do because I do artwork, and it just relaxes me, man. Just, you know, just gets you relaxed. If you're angry at anything, it sort of goes away. See things in perspective when you're painting and drawing. Put the world in perspective a little bit. Sort of done with that sort of red. So we get sort of our. Hoping it's a little better light here, but that's okay. See all the red, striations. And maybe I'll add a little bit of red onto that particular. But still not add yet more red onto the surface of that painting. Again, I'm washing out my brush. Wash it. There we go. Start to clean it off a little bit. Let's see what other red we have in here. Just red. Even maybe it was some fun color. It's a Dago color. It's a neon. Target orange. Maybe I add a little bit of that in there. Oh, what the hell. I'll be adventurous. I'll take an artistic risk. I always change the color. I don't like it. This is fun. This is lots of fun. Through this neon color. I bet you can see that. The camera. So that neon orange. I'm going to add this a little bit of that here. You see that? Not really that bad. It's a little bit better there. It's a little tiny bit of green would be nice. It's almost like pointillism, this particular painting. Of course, hopefully you guys know what pointillism is. I'll explain it to you later if you want to understand. That's what brings it in.
So we're having a little bit of trouble with the video right now.
That's no problem.
Let me see if I can do something.
Sure, change it, do it again.
A little bit of trouble here.
Isn't it fast enough? Or?
I texted it before we started. It was.
Who knows? That stuff gets real.
But it can get flaky.
But stuff like that. It's sort of a lot of that technology is sort of uncharted territory. I remember my wife telling me a lot of this different bandwidths for different areas, and a lot of people are on. Especially today, it's Mother's Day. There's going to be a lot of people on, and that's going to affect stuff. Stuff like that. I don't think about that stuff most of the time. But I know guys like you do, because you're tech guys. I don't. Try not to.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, one thing that yeah, definitely something that turn that off. Here.
We only do two cameras, I think. One's going to be a really close up, one's going to be far away. How that sound pretty good?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see if I can put this here. Just hold it.
Yeah, hold it for all those hours, man. It's gonna drive you nuts.
No, I mean, should be okay.
What's wrong? It's not. Oh, I see. It's just frozen or something like that. That was dumb. I'm frozen. You can't freeze me. That's messed up.
Yeah, and then the other camera here. Let me go back and check the other camera.
or something?
Um, yeah, let's see. I'm just gonna set it up.
Oh, that's sort of cool. Slow it down a little bit better. That's sort of cool though. Sort of rebooting or something. I don't know anything about this for technology.
Alright. So, let's see if it. Hmm.
Can you get little tripods?
Yeah, let's.
What's it doing here?
Apparently there's no audio either.
Audio?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, this is actually haven't run into this.
Why is that? Because there's been bandwidth in this area or something like that, or?
Maybe. Maybe.
The audio is like, should that be? Yeah, I don't see.
I know where that is. I know what that is. That actually do know why that is. It's because I took the audio off of
Oh, well,
the computer.
that could be a problem if we put off on the audio.
But the video, let's try this. Let's try this. Quality isn't great here.
No, it's not the greatest.
Let's try this.
Still, man, I'm frozen, man. I'm frozen Mexican. I'm a frozen Mexican tamale, man.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be better, but it still seems sort of pixelated, though.
It's very pixelated. I'm wondering.
Why is that, though? I have no anything about this technology, so I couldn't even tell. I couldn't even guess.
Well, this is actually not our tech. We're using Google's tech right now.
Oh.
And I think it's just a network bandwidth thing. But I could be. It could be completely wrong. Okay, so apparently there is.
No, that's better. Look at that.
Yeah.
I see clear.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay, now it's working.
Yes, now it's working.
Fantastic.
I mean, not
Frozen again. Look.
It's it is frozen. Yeah.
Why is it the little screen there and there's the other one? The little screen there?
Oh, that little screen is the main camera, the one that's supposed to be working, but that doesn't provide video right now. That somehow that feed got shut off. So I'm using my cell phone as a secondary feed,
Mhm.
and the cell phone works as a secondary feed, but
Pixelated.
it's pixelated, exactly.
You can't have that.
Could you do me a favor?
Sure.
Could you X out that window there, and there are some questions?
X out that window.
The green.
How do I do that?
Just go.
What? Where? Which one?
Here.
This?
Just.
Oh, X it out. I gotcha.
Yeah.
That and just press.
No, the green to the right, the green one. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Just X that out. And so we do have some questions. Let's see what the questions are.
I saw your picture.
For like 1 second, but it's gone again.
But it's gone again.
It works sort of. Everything now works, at least for me, but the interview is still kind of quiet, although I'm not sure. No, but that's not. I don't think it's because your voice is quiet. I think it's because the mic.
The mic is quiet?
The mic. I think it's because the mic is behind you. Is the main thing.
Oh, well, nobody talking.
Yeah. Is there supposed to be a visual? The visuals aren't working right now. Yeah. Yeah, Curtis. I think the visuals should be working now.
Well, I got you. You have your friends on the other end seeing if it works. I got you.
Yeah.
I see what picture after now.
So we've actually never had the video quite cut out like this before.
Well, you're gonna be experiencing all sorts of crazy stuff, man.
Yep.
I imagine. Who's Curtis here, buddy?
It's one of my sister's friends actually.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see if I can find something to set this. Probably can't. It's okay. We'll just do it like this for now.
We just roll with it for right now.
Let's just roll with it.
Those are questions that are gonna come up on the screen like that?
Yeah. So questions are gonna come up on the screen.
Yeah, I have to go get my glasses eventually, but let's get today. Today this is fine, I think.
No, I mean I think what we'll end up doing is we will end up making the font bigger because it's a little harder to see. Okay.
Big kill in the video world.
Yeah. Okay, video should be back.
Is the audio back? Can you hear me talking now?
Yeah, they can hear you talking.
Oh, fantastic. Very, I was cut off there. Yeah, I'm not a very particularly quiet guy at all. I'm extremely talkative, so I think mentioned I was a little bit quiet. I was going like, is that me, man? It can't be me. I talk a lot. And that sort of stuff. Hey, you guys got any questions out there over in YouTube land? Please feel free to shoot them by. I'll answer them all. As long as they're not too political or X-rated or stuff like that, I'll answer them all. Please feel free to answer a question or ask a question.
So I had a question.
Go for it.
So these masks you're creating, what are you creating it for?
Myself, for art. I'm an artist. I like to produce artwork for art. And this particular mask set I produced actually out of research. It's sort of a dying art form or dead art form that in the United States sort of doesn't exist. People do not teach paper mache or the tradition of paper mache mask making in the U.S. at all. In fact, they had 1 or 2 teachers there in Los Angeles. Other than that, there's me. So I'm sort of keeping an art form alive, first of all. And second of all, I like to see it. It's something that makes me very happy. And I like to produce masks. And for whatever reason, they're popular. I mean, people like to buy them. People like to publish images of them. And really, I can't. Let's put it this way. There's a number of companies that they promote my art classes and that sort of stuff. They always sell out, or they always get to capacity very rapidly. People are very interested in this particular art form of mask making in the Mexican tradition. So a number of reasons. Number one, I like to see it. 2, I'm reviving art media which is long gone, and I think it's very important because it's part of the Mexican culture. And of course, again, I'm a creative person and I just like to express myself. And this is just another medium of expressing myself. I think that answers your question a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I was also wondering, this particular one, are you going to, you can hang it up afterwards?
Yep.
Or?
You can hang it up. It depends. Sometimes I produce masks that are meant for just wall display, and then sometimes not. Sometimes I'll actually create them, and I create them a little stronger than this in terms of the materials and that sort of stuff. I sort of build them up a little more firmly. For people to wear. Sometimes people wear them for various productions, or even plays, or sometimes for Halloween and some other things. This particular mask is actually meant for display. So yeah, it's meant for display.
Very cool.
Okay, you can hear me out there in TV land or YouTube land? What sort of land is this? Is this cyber world or what is it?
This is, yeah, this is,
Cyber world.
Cyber World.
Ah, cyber world. Any more questions out there? They can come up on the screen or?
No, it's, they're having some issues on their side as well.
Yeah, that's good. This is a test thing. Wait till I get it. From what this looks like, it's not going to be very complicated at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have one camera. I want to get another one for close-ups and that's sort of stuff. I have to get 2 tripods. And other than that, dude.
Yeah, it should be really straightforward.
It's not complicated at all. Compared to some of the jobs I have, which are really hard. This is not a hard one. And then we'll get questions like that on the screen and I'll answer them.
You'll get questions and you'll answer them on the
type
screen.
into them or just talk to them.
You can just talk to them.
Oh, good. That's good because my typing speed is not that fast.
Yeah.
My typing speed is like 21 words a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, I can write, but I'm just not a really fast typist.
Yeah. No, all you have to do is talk to them.
That's fantastic. Then that's going to work.
Yeah.
We have to get the tripod thing situation worked out pretty much.
Yep.
Other than that, I'll probably buy a couple of cameras or something like that. Whatever.
Yeah. Just need a couple of cameras. Yeah. Two camera situation is pretty ideal. I mean, for things like this, like network connectivity, that's definitely something that.
We'll have to take that into deep consideration. But I don't know the solution. I mean, how do you solve that?
Well, so like, this is like really, I mean, so this particular Google product right here that we're using, they're having an issue where, like, they show you on the website, and it doesn't tell you that you're actually having a problem. So
well, that's not good though.
No, that's not good. In our product, we'll need to have some way of just detecting, like, hey, look, the camera's gone dark. You know, something is wrong. The other issue here is that it's like you see it's like freezing a little bit.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I'm not gonna. If I'm a YouTube watcher and I'm seeing it go, freeze. I'm not gonna tune out, man.
Exactly.
I mean, can you use another product which is better than? Is that?
I mean,
Are you working it out?
We're working it out. We're working it out on our side.
Gotcha. I totally understand. This is sort of like your beta testing.
Yeah, we're testing out the concept and seeing.
I think it'll work. I think it's a good concept again because your overhead is not that high. You've got the talent out there as long as you're able to find artists or mechanics, whoever who can speak. I hate to say this, and I mean to be any disrespectful for anybody out there who can speak English with some clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't think I really don't see it with the overhead being very low.
Yeah,
that's a key. I've seen what I work with. Past 2 years, I worked with 3 or 4 different startups, and 2 of them, like 2 out of every maybe 4 or 6, will actually last. And a lot of that has to do with their overhead.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the lowest overhead and the clearest business vision. They did fine. Those who did not, there was some breakage in the breakup in their business linkage or whatever. There was something wrong with the technology or something like that. They fell flat. But that's not going to happen. There just isn't. I don't see that happening in this particular situation at all. So you should do just fine, I think.
Yeah.
It's a matter of getting bodies in to, get eyeballs, as they say, that sort of stuff. But you can do that. It's just a matter of time.
There you go. Can you click that again? That X. Just just the same one. Yeah. Just want to see what's. Yeah. It says it's really choppy, more like audio. Yeah. So we're Curtis. Thanks for a note. We are having some We're having some network issues. One of our main camera, for whatever reason, stopped broadcasting, but the Google Hangout hasn't notified us that it stopped broadcasting. So we're using a secondary camera, which is my smartphone, to do this.
You're just holding it like that?
Yeah, so I'm just holding it like this. But I think there's still some network issues, which is causing it to be choppy. But thank you guys for your patience. We appreciate it. Obviously, we haven't run into this particular issue in the past, but we have seen the choppiness, and we're gonna do some stuff on our end with our product so that it can detect network issues like this and try to resolve them automatically. Okay.
So your product is you do sell this technology, or?
We don't sell it. I mean, what we're going to do is we're going to have a website where artists such as yourself can get on there and just broadcast themselves.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, and what we would do is we would allow people to donate to the artists and allow people to, based on the particular artist, they can say, look, if you want to buy whatever item, you want to buy a print, you want to buy a photo or whatever it may be, it's going to cost you X number of dollars, and we'd handle the payments for those.
Well, that sounds good. You guys get a percentage, or is that the way it works?
Yeah, and then we take a percentage of, take a percentage of the sales.
You guys make some bucks.
Yeah. I mean, primarily it's, it's about building the audience base and trying to get as many people who are interested as possible to actually do it. We're also, there's also going to be another thing, which is there's going to be this opportunity for people to do one-on-one type.
Oh, sure. Fantastic.
So you would be creating, like, let's say if there's somebody in another area, they could book you for a one-on-one treatment.
One-on-one session. Yeah.
One-on-one session, and you specify the price, and we would make sure that.
That's fantastic, though, because then you can give art lessons.
Yeah.
It's basically like giving art lessons through the internet.
Exactly.
With me, that's fantastic. I think your potential to make. Just think about the amount of just in terms of your ethnographic. The amount of people who are disabled who can't get out of the house and go to school.
Sure.
The amount of individuals who are old and love art. That's at least 1 million of them. And then what's good about the population which is older is that, guess what? They have money. Lots of money to spend on, guess what? You.
Right.
So that's a couple of things you got going for you there. So sure, I think that's a very smart business concept. Did you come up with that yourself, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a lot of help from friends.
Oh, sure, but then everything's like that, though.
A lot of discussions, a lot of people support.
So did you put together your business plan yourself, or did you just did you do it with other people, or what did you do for your business plan?
The business plan, we put it together ourselves. So we have another question here saying, can you tell us about the mask you're currently making, the materials? I know you answered a little bit with the paper mache.
Okay, I'll answer them again. It's no problem. I'm a teacher. I'm used to answering stuff over and over again. Okay, I'll just be a little more clear, and I'll just repeat it. No big deal. This particular mask, and not frozen again, is made out of paper. It's a paper mache mask. I produce masks in the old Mexican tradition of paper mache. So believe it or not, I know it looks like ceramics. It's actually completely made out of paper mache. After I completed the paper mache form, and I'll give you an example here. I just sort of crafted this out of paper mache. After I completed that form, what I do is I embellish it with painting. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm using acrylic-based paint, and I'm placing on the details of this particular mask. The theme of this particular mask is that of the Joker, or sort of a demonic being, but not necessarily malicious demonic being at all. Just sort of a joker or a prankster and that sort of stuff. That particular Joker being it exists within a number of mythologies, and with this particular one in Native American mythology, there's often a Joker type of character that commits acts of mischief. And I decided to dedicate a mask to that particular mythological character. Does that answer your question, or?
Yeah, I think that did. Yeah. Now, are most masks made of sort of devil type characters, or is that?
My masks, no. Uh, my mask, if you check my website is www.diegomarcialrios.com. My mask can encompass a number of different subjects. Everything from very historical subjects to very fanciful subjects to very serious political subjects. This particular one isn't of any particular political or any particular, you know, yeah, it isn't of any particular substance at all. It just sort of is a more fanciful theme, and it has to do with the Joker. Does that answer your question? I think a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, fantastic.
Absolutely.
More questions out there? Those will come flashing out on the screen, or out of bigger.
Yeah, there. I mean, on the right-hand side of the screen, you see that. We'll have it. We'll definitely increase the font there a little bit.
Yeah, I have to wear my glasses. My eyesight is only 20. Believe it or not, my eyesight is like really bad. So, and I do really intricate artwork. Why I'm able to do such intricate artwork with such bad eyesight, I have no idea. But I am able to do it. So, come on, more questions there. I'm getting lonely over here.
I'm not sure if people are asking questions or if, because right now I can't see them. But I actually do have another question for you.
Go for it.
So when you create these masks, how long does it generally take you to create one of these?
It depends. It can take. It depends. Believe it or not, it depends on the weather with paper mache masks. If the weather is really soggy and things don't dry as fast, it can take a week or a half. But if the weather, like here in Newark or Fremont, is dry, I can produce a mask in 1 or 2 days. It all depends. It depends on the weather. Also, it depends on how. Sometimes I get very involved with the mask. Sometimes I'm less involved with the mask. This one I sort of with a leisurely attitude towards it. If I'm very involved with the mask and I'm very excited about it, maybe even a day and a half and that sort of stuff. I mean, it can be a really large mask, and I'll produce it in a very brief period of time. It all depends on my mood and how inspired I am to or excited I am about the particular form or even the subject matter of that mask.
Well,
this particular mask, I'm sort of leisurely taking my time, you know.
Right.
I'm sort of having a lot of fun with it. The theme isn't very heavy. Again, it's the jokester or the prankster and or they're out of the Joker from Native American mythology. So it's going to be, I'm just going to take my time with it. Even if I take weeks on it, it doesn't make any difference. What's most important is I think I produced a beautiful object, and again, I'm enjoying doing it. And thank you very much for watching, by the way. Appreciate that. It's educational, so it's even educational on your end. So I hope that answers your
thank
question.
you. Thank you for doing this session.
Oh, sure, it's fantastic. I just love talking to people. They're fun. That's why I like teaching so much.
Yeah.
Teach a lot, so. Start covering these little dots. They're having another Mexican party over there.
Yeah.
You do that, dude. It's like, they'll keep up. I don't know if you got people out there can listen to the Mexican music, but they have a lot of Mexicanos here. And I can tell they're Mexicans, not Chicanos, because of the music that they play. Those are old Mexican tunes they have blasting out into there. They're definitely directed from the old land or the old country, that's Mexico. If they were Latinos or Chicanos from the United States, they wouldn't be blasting that stuff. They'd be blasting like the Motley Crue or something like that. They're not. They're blasting these old Mexican songs. Well, there's some old ones from like the 30s and the 40s. So no, they're Mexicans.
Okay, so I see a couple of questions here.
Go for it.
One question is, how long have you been doing this?
Masks?
Yeah.
I started researching masks about 8 years ago. The reason is I was just fascinated by all images and Mexican artwork in general. I mean, I'm a Mexican, so I started researching my own culture. And I kept on seeing these masks, and there was no information that I could, or there was no anyone. I couldn't find any, not just written information. I couldn't find any schools as to how to do it. I was just fascinated as to how they were produced, and I was just stunned as how powerful they were. They're gonna go off there, right? So,
oh yeah, sorry. This thing just ran out of battery.
Yeah.
Let me turn on the other
Okay.
mic. Okay, so we're gonna do this last portion in audio, guys. So sorry about this. The video here is having some trouble. But just the last question here. Curtis had a question here with regard to. He was saying, can you put these masks on?
Masks on? This particular mask, yes. Sometimes I produce masks that are so large, they're just meant for decoration or placed on your wall. This particular mask, yes, you can put on. I mean, You can very, I don't know if you can see that. Can Curtis see that or whatever?
I don't know if they can.
Oh, well, I don't know if you can, or there's video or whatever. But it is perfectly enough space in there for you to fit your face in there. You can also very easily basically just drill 2 holes in the back of it and place some ribbons on and place it on. And it's very strong. I mean, it's a mask valve. It's made out of very strong material. So it'll last for a long time. This one wasn't particularly designed for wearing, but I've certainly produced plenty of masks that people wear for dancing productions and that sort of stuff. This is more meant for actually for decoration on the wall. Yeah, but yes, you can certainly wear it if you want to. Let's say if you were to commission me to do, and have this mask completed, I can certainly alter it a little bit here and there and make it wearable for you for dance productions or theatrical productions or whatnot. I've done plenty of times.
All right, sorry for the video problems, everybody, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much, and thank you, Diego, for having us here.
Well, it's a pleasure and an honor. I'm sure we'll work out the technical problems. We're always with the first one like this, especially with sort of the beta testing. You're going to have some issues. You work them out. It's no big problem. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. The world's happy.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's not very